Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the soft launch of my very first 8-week life coaching program on my YouTube channel. When I started this channel, I truly wanted to actually use it as a platform where I can actually create useful and impactful content that can shift you to a place where you live a legacy. First of all, live a legacy, but welcome. This is a sound check. So we've just started the month of July, and you'd find that half year comes with a lot of reflection, as it should be. I hope you are giving yourself an opportunity to reflect and think about where you are, think about your contribution, think about your achievements, think about your challenges, think about your lived experience holistically so that you can actually inform your second half of the year. But just to take a moment to welcome you to my channel. The name is Gorata.Selaledi. I'm so excited to be here on the very first Monday of July 2024. I've taken a bold decision to craft and curate an 8-week program that we are going to be living through together here on this platform. July and August are going to be my rest days for my business, but we are going to be here together for the next 8 weeks. If you're only joining me for the first time, welcome. I hope you do click on that subscription button and the notification bell so that you're notified week in and week out as we journey on this 4-week program. So today's video's intention is really just to introduce myself as a coach, introduce myself in terms of why I've set up this course, right? And also introduce how the course or how the program is going to look like. And yeah, let's take it as a course, right? Just take it as coursework. But really how I'm deciding and envisioning all my programs are to be live shops. And I define a live shop as a space where you are actually workshopping your life, and you truly are the best expert when it comes to understanding your life, your shortcomings, your strengths, your weaknesses, your everything, right? But ultimately then it's to say, at the end of the day, you hold the power. Like I said in my one video, you are one decision away from changing your life. So I believe that you are the expert, right? You are the expert. I could be the coach, but you are the expert. You know your life and you know yourself better. So even as we go through the next 8 weeks, I sure do hope that there is a shift, right? There is a shift. So let's just get into this video. So I will start off. I've done the welcome. I will start off by sharing why I created the program. Let's get into it. So I've decided to call this coaching program Envisioning the Next Decade, Vision-Driven Goal Setting to Transform Your Life in the Next 60 Days. Envisioning the Next Decade. Vision-Driven Goal Setting to Transform Your Life in the Next 60 Days. So 8 weeks is, I guess, 2 months in this case. So the next 60 days. And truly, I think the key motivation for calling this first program this particular title, to say Envisioning the Next Decade, is because I was at a place when I turned 30 a few weeks ago where I realized that the past decade was actually very unstructured, if I was to really think about it in terms of how I led my life. And I would want the next 10 years of my life, the next decade, moving into my early 30s, into my 40s, to be very impactful, not only for myself, but also for everyone else who is connected to me on this platform, in my family, in my community, in my country, ultimately changing the world one life at a time. And I do hope that if at all for you are in the same boat, if at all you felt as though there was a bit of dubiousness when you look at the past decade, there was no clarity, there was no alignment in terms of working out your life aligned to your purpose, if at all you were living out your life in a way that was not very deliberate but very haphazard, right? And if at all you felt as though there was little motivation to actually show up to your life, this program is for you. And I hope that it will shift something, it will change something in your life. Ultimately, I hope that it will change something in my life as well. Um, but yeah, that's really much, I'd say, the heart for the next 8 weeks for myself, for you. And if you are jumping into the program, if you are going to be doing the 8 weeks, please do leave a comment just to say, I don't know, they usually give these cute statements on Instagram. What do we say for this one? Let's just say sign me up, right? Sign me up. Just drop it into the comments if you are jumping onto this 8 week program that I will be curating for you for the next 8 weeks. And see you in the arena, right? So next up, I am going to share a bit about me and also talk about how the program will be structured. So a bit about Gorata.Selaledi, a 30-year-old life coach. Imagine me, the audacity of believing that I can actually hold your hand and help you move from point A to B, right? So a bit about me, I am a certified life coach with Transformation Academy. I have done four of their certifications. So the first one was professional life coaching. I did it. I got excited in terms of my entity, which is Story Age Consulting, the coaching programs that I'm going to design. And I remember the first year I launched a free coaching program that was called Own Up and Show Up program, where I offered one-on-one coaching for 4 weeks, taking people through the goal setting process, which was very fulfilling and very scary at the time. I think I was probably 26 at the time, 4 years ago. And that's the first one. And secondly, I am also certified in three specialties, being goal success, emotional intelligence, and life story coaching, right? And these three certifications have been at the core of my programs in the past 4 years. And I believe that moving into the next decade, I will be creating programs that are centered to these three areas and more. I will share in a bit. But centered in these areas, helping you get to a place where you can actually self coach and move yourself from point A to B, right? Taking advantage of the age that we're living in, the age where we are digitally connected, you can actually enjoy and be able to tap into the wealth of knowledge that exists from what I've learned when I was doing the certification. And certification truly just means that I have the tools, or I've been equipped with the tools that have been researched and designed in the field of psychology that can help you move from one place to the next, right? And then when you look at goal success coaching, or goal to success coaching, that's how it's titled in the program. It basically touches on helping you navigate setting goals, defining your vision, navigating change, and moving to a place where you are deliberate about how you execute the goals that you've set for yourself. So in thinking about that, even as we get into the 8-week program, I will be very deliberate to go back to the material because I have lifetime access, go back to the material and even redo the material, so that even as we journey through this the next 8 weeks, we are connected to the true elements of actually moving ourselves from point A to B. And the second certification is on emotional intelligence. And emotional intelligence is about being able to recognize, manage, and influence your own emotions and of others, right? And with emotional intelligence, what I did for the past 2-3 years is build partnerships and collaborations where I will, for free, facilitate a 6-week program that is tied to key concepts of emotional intelligence. And it has been amazing. I've had amazing partnerships where I've had an opportunity to partner with my city safe spaces, where I have been able to partner with corporate millennial, and we are in our second leg of our partnership where I will be coaching their mentees for the cohort for 2024, where they have a cohort of 136 mentees. I'm so excited for it, and I believe that even coming into the month of July, that is the reason why I am not actually offering a paid group coaching program as I've done for the past 6 months, so that I can actually give them the right attention in terms of developing the material and the time pouring into their cups for the period we'll be together. And for the life story, I really love the life story coaching because it ties into my business name, which is called Story Age Consulting. And a quote that I love by Suman Kid says, "Stories are meant to be told, or they die. And when they die, we cannot remember who we are or why we're here." And with the life story, it really pushes you to get to a place to think about why you are here, right? So why are you here? Why do you believe you have been created? What is your purpose? And I love it so much. Looking at my own personal journey as well in the past decade and into the next decade, hoping to rewrite my own personal story. So in terms of life story, it's really just thinking about where have you been, where are you, and where do you want to go? And in my program, I usually tap into the element of legacy to then say, outside of just trying to craft your story, think about it from a place of living a legacy. Think about it from a place of living a legacy. So even as we get into this 8-week program, I am so excited to pour into you. I'm excited to pour into myself, even as I'll be going back to the material, going back to those tools and refining them to custom make them for both of us as we go through this 8-week program, through this 8-week journey. I truly hope that there will be a shift in how you show up. There will be a shift in who you become in the next 8 weeks. So in the next video, I am just going to share what we're going to be covering in the 8 weeks. And also, I guess the vision for the rest of the year when it comes to the goal every Monday in this case. A little announcement if I was to put on as such. So the very first program that I will be launching here on YouTube for free, absolutely for free, titled Envisioning the Next Decade, Vision-Driven Goal Setting to Transform Your Life in 60 Days. In 60 days. So in week 1, we are going to be learning about goals and understanding our goals, and really just getting to the nitty-gritty in terms of the transformative power of setting clear goals for personal and professional growth. For week 2, we are going to be exploring goal setting methodologies, right? It's going to be a learning opportunity for me and for you as well. Just going to check my mic. Yeah. It's going to be a great learning opportunity for both of us to get to a place where, outside of just SMART goals, what other methodologies exist, and you get to pick and choose which methodology you are going to try apply in your life, right? For week 3, we are going to be talking about crafting a vision. Crafting a vision, right? And in week 4, we are going to be unpacking defining your why. Defining your why. Week 5, overcoming obstacles. Week 6, action planning. Week 7, accountability and support. And week 8, review and reflection. So exciting, so exciting, so exciting. I am going to be working on a workbook that I will be making available next week, Monday. So watch this space. If you are looking to jump into the program, and I am tempted to actually just create a registration form that you can actually use to sign up for the program. And once you sign up, I can actually email you that workbook so that we actually create a young community for those that are actually choosing and deciding to deliberately go on this journey. So I look forward to you signing up. I will open up registration. This is me thinking out loud now, because I'm like, okay, fine. What if someone registers a year from now? How's that gonna work? So we're gonna make the workbook available. I will just create a link for you to subscribe, and then you will be able to download the link for yourself, so that there's just a great automation in this case, right? For you to be able to actually work alongside me as we move into, I'd say, the 8-week program. And I hope that it will actually be an opportunity for you to really do a lot of introspection, given that we are at half year, right? So yeah, so that's the course. And I think this course is tied to goal success. So the following video, I will be just sharing the surprise or the announcement that I want to share with you as my community. Let's hear it. All right, so here's the announcement, right? So I believe that I think this is an opportunity for me and for you to get to a place where you can actually work on yourself. I am going to work on myself as well. And I am committing and deciding that on this platform, every 8 weeks, I will design a free program that you can actually use to self-coach and navigate your own life, right? So the first course is on goal success. The next course will be on emotional intelligence, and the next course will be on life story. And I am actually pursuing NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, and NLP certifications with ecology, and I will also be incorporating those once I get them. All right. And the ultimate idea or the ultimate vision in this case is to then say there's a wealth of information. We're living in an age of information. And how many of us actually get to a place where we see the transformative power of that information? And through the programs or the coaching programs that I am going to design, I sure do hope that there will be a platform for you to actually workshop yourself and put yourself in a space where you can actually challenge yourself and really apply what's already out there in terms of information on productivity, information on emotional agility, information on emotional intelligence. And emotional agility is by Dr. Susan David. I sure do hope that even along the way we will be able to read the book together. But ultimately, that is the plan for all of our Mondays going forward. So excited! So excited for this young soft launch. And I do hope that you will jump on the course whenever you do, whatever year you will be jumping into the 8-week life coaching program designed by yours truly. But otherwise, this was really much of what I wanted to share. I hope to see you in week 1 of the program, where we will be exploring goals. I hope that the program will launch you into your intentional and deliberate era where you are actually showing up fully into your life. And you may be wondering why there was like a young cut there. My phone storage is giving me a young headache, but this is a sign that I will be upgrading soon to higher storage, 512 GB. Let's go. But outside of that, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. I'm so excited to, I'll say, build a community of people who are doers, and not only just doing, but doing from a place that is aligned to vision, that is aligned to legacy, that is aligned to learning, that is aligned to self-mastery, that is aligned to having a huge reverence for life, which is something that going into the next decade, I will be refining for myself. And I hope that you will be able to jump onto that journey as you go through these free programs that are curated by Gorata.Selaledi. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. So grateful for you, so grateful for your life. And I pray that may God's favor locate you and may His grace sustain you throughout this new week, throughout this new month. Be blessed and see you next Monday for week 1 of 8. Goodbye from me.